Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, my team group 2, I want to present about the group project based learning. It's the labeling for the sector area. It's a cafeteria satria. The team member is first Daniel Hakim bin Samsul Nizam, second Muhammad Izzat Hir bin Khairi Anwar, third Muhammad Fizuddin bin Zuhair, fourth Fizal Syazwan bin Fatwil, and last Muhammad Izzuddin bin Muhammad Syahidi. And next, okay, the introduction. The 5S sometimes refer to as 5S, or they refer to 5 Japanese term used to describe the state of the 5S system of visual management. The term start with an S. In a Japanese, the first S are Seri, Seton, Seiso, Seketsu, and Shitsuke. In English, the first S translate as soft, set in order, shine, standish, and sustain. Okay, next, the problem statement. 5S are systematic from visual management, analyzing everything from floor tab to operation manual in a cafe item. Second, evaluation of 5S practice can be done through implementation of 5S audit at each division in the cafe item. Okay, the next objective of the project, the first to identify effectiveness of 5S implementation on organization performance. The second, create an orderly environment in cafe item. Okay, the scope of the study, uh, team member this work are limited to determine performance factor and dimension of the industrial organization, and also characteristics of those dimension which will be proposed as a question. And finally, my team member can fill out whether all the 5S is an effective method to improve whole performance of the industry organization. Important of the study from the project, the 5S is a place for everything, and its place and help to the eliminate waste time, waste space, and waste inventory. Other than that, even implementing 5S raise and the product quality and improve productivity, and resulting in a lower cost and higher efficiency.
Okay, Assalammulaikum. And today I would like to talk about literature review. Literature review content of what is 5S. So 5S is a workplace organization method describing using 5 Japanese words or their English equivalents. So the first one is Siri, the second one is Siton, and Siso, Seketsu, and Shizuke. So the step of 5S is the basic ideas and the connection between them are easy to understand. So the step name for short in Japanese term is Siri, which means tidiness. So the explanation is to remove unnecessary items from each area. Second one is set in order in Japanese term, which means siton, or in English it means orderliness. So the explanation is to organize and identify storage for efficient use. The third one is shine. In Japanese term is seiso, which means cleanliness. They also clean and inspect each area regularly. So the fourth one is standardize. In Japanese term is shiketsu, which means standardization. It is to incorporate 5S into standard operating procedures. And the last one is sustain. In Japanese term is shitsuke, which means discipline. So it is to assign responsibility, track progress, and continue the cycle. So the importance of 5S activity to your organization. The first one is to optimize organization. is the 5 pillars of workplace organization involved to an extent decreasing potential time wasted looking for determining how to use and returning items. Second one is efficiency. The 5 system drives company to improve effort aimed to eliminate waste from the manufacture process and overall enhance a company bottom line. And the third one is bigger workplace space. Is to standardize as implementation result in significant reduction in the square footage of required space for existing operation. The fourth one is heightened safety. So ways to be eliminated in defined broadly and includes everything from carrying excess inventory to waste of unsafe condition. And the last one is increased workplace morale. It is making it routine to implement proper procedures and discipline to avoid backsliding in one of the main objective of the system.
Now I want to share about methodology. Okay, the first one is about flowchart, projection flow. Okay, first we do the read data set and follow the flow and make a discussion with the group for the next step. Find components and place to label. List components and place to be labeled. List the ingredients to make the label. Arrange the components before starting to progress. Get the items needed for the make label. Label components in the 3D dataset with randomized coloring. And lastly, make a report after the work is done. Okay, next, this is a project Gantt chart. These tasks have 9 activities from May until June. Okay, next. Okay, tools required for labeling in our project is scissors, manila cut, laminate paper, computer set, printer, wiping cloth, string or rope, tape, staplers and ladders. Okay, what is difficult and challenge during the project? Okay, first, limited use, which is in cafes, too many students use it to buy food and drinks. So the use of cafe for us to make labels is difficult. Okay, second is irregular timing. The time we wanted to make the label was irregular due to the case of COVID-19 where the opening of the cafe was very short. Third, not enough staff, which is while making the label, there were not enough items for us to make the label because the count of items needed was wrong. Okay, fourth, to ask permission with the cafe owner to make it work. Okay, to ask the permission of the cafe owner, there's a lot of time was waste because of having the make in interview. Five, wrong label. In labeling item is very difficult because there are similar items and many so this allows wrong labeling on this item. Six, less manpower. Our project in the cafe was very slow because the reduction of people to do the work was not enough. At the same time, the teammates were not healthy. Seven, the place to be labeled is very dirty. There is a lot of that that is hard to stop being hindrance. We make the label work because a lot of waste time claim. Eight, the material produced is wrong, which is many of us produce the wrong labels because the labels have to be produced in many forms on the items. So what becomes difficult is the formation of the wrong labels on the items.
Okay, Assalammulaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I will discuss about result discussion and analysis of cafe util. Okay, for the actual area condition, as you can see, there are no labeling and incomplete information. So student or staff cannot know how to switch on or what the table when waiter serving food in customer. Improvement in the area. First, we add a label. As you can see, the first is switch light. So we put name on switch, so you can know to on switch what you like to on switch. Okay, second is fan. Fan, we must put a label to know what customer sit down here. Third, labeling the fire extinguisher. So for this picture, you can know how to use fire extinguisher when cafe firing. And then the last is labeling dining table. So Siri, Seton, Seiketsu in the activity. For the Siri, we segregate unnecessary item before disposing of them. Seton. After making the segregation, we sort in parallel as well as label where we do. And last, Seiketsu. We improve the information board from time to time.
Okay, for this part, we have three main point or three main picture that we want to suggest for new area for better safety. First picture is fan. For the fan, is very important for safety, that we need to clean the fan. The second point is check the maintenance for the fan, and third, we need to check every month because the student use the cafeteria every day. Second picture is fire extinguisher. For fire extinguisher, we need to check fire extinguisher periodically to prevent damage in the event of a fire, and add more fire extinguisher at each corner. The third picture is dining table. Make the maintenance on the table, on chair. If they have a rusty part, we need to suggest a new area for better performance. First picture is information board. As you can see, information board is very important to many industry and university. And first point, we need to rearrange all info related to the cafe area and add new info according to form time to time. Right, we go to second picture. The second picture is a switchboard. First point is the switchboard that includes the light and the fan. We need to label all the switch light and the fan. And second point is need to improve by putting a label on each switch, because it can make easy to customer or student to on the switch. Right, lastly is conclusion. Okay, in conclusion, by implementing this project, we can see from various angles how important this 5S system is in everything done. Through this project, we can provide convenience to everyone who is in the cafe area. This is because by labeling each component, equipment or material, it can give a very good impact to employees or who work in the cafe or any sector work. In addition, students and employees should always practice the practice of 5S at all times and should apply it in daily life, because accident can happen regardless of time and place. Alright, that's all from us from group 2, and thank you.